Hi, everyone. Welcome to SoulSpace Podcast number 27.
37.
37. Whoops.
37. That's awesome.
37.
We're excited that it's been so many.
Yes.
We hope you've joined us for most
So
of
good.
them.
Yeah. We like to have fun
We do.
and talk about weird stuff.
Yes.
So today, since it is spring today, and we're back to winter here this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of spring.
Yeah.
The sun's
It's
out right now
normal.
anyway.
It's normal spring here. We always have kind of spring, winter for a few months.
It's very true.
Or a couple months anyway. But we thought we'd pull some cards today for a spring reading. And then just talk about things you can do for spring to help you start on a fresh new path, or start on a fresh new energy for the season, change of seasons.
Right.
There's quite a few things you can do at change of seasons that are good to just bring in that fresh energy into your home or into your workspace or for you.
Right.
Carissa just did one of them before we started.
Sometimes you just have to wash off the work days.
Yeah.
I love my
Yeah.
work, but you just have those days sometimes where you're like, I just need to
Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah. So one of the things that can lead us into a little bit of space clearing talk before we pull some cards. One of the things that we both love to do is to do an energy clearing of your space at the change of season. And you can do that by using, sage or Palo Santo, essential oils, whatever you feel like you need or what you like to use is good.
Right.
Sometimes drumming, throughout your house, or
Mhm.
just freshening up that energy and getting rid of the stagnant energy, letting it go. Especially spring, you can open your windows and open the door and just shush out the old energy and bring in the new. And
Yeah.
it's so awesome to do that I do an oils clearing, and I open up the cupboard doors, and with Palo Santo, I like that better than sage,
Mhm.
just the smell of it. And I feel like Palo Santo goes a little deeper and gets some of the really yucky stuff out.
It really is wonderful. And we're talking about Palo
Palo
Santo
Santo wood.
holy wood.
Yeah, it comes in sticks.
Yeah, but we have
one
some back
right
here. I
here.
mean, of course we have Palo Santo in the office.
We do have one right here. It's just a little stick, and it's Palo Santo wood. And they also make Palo Santo essential oil. Some places do that, you can find it. And so you just burn this like a smudge stick, just like you would do with sage, and it'll smolder and smoke, and it's really good to get rid of stagnant energy.
I love Palo Santo too. And it's such a wonderful scent, especially for people like you said that are sensitive to sage, because it can be something that people are sensitive to.
Right.
And I love to use them when I do clearing of any kind at home, or when we do professional house clearings. Either of us would use that as well.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I use in my angel smudge kits as well, is the Palo Santo holy wood. So I have 2 sticks of that in there.
Yeah.
Those are there's just something about it that it just feels so much lighter.
Yeah.
After you've done a clearing with it.
Yeah, and it's actually good for sinus stuff too. The Palo Santo, the oils or whatever, even the smudging, it's good for sinus and allergies and stuff like that. So most people aren't as sensitive to it as they are to sage.
I never thought about it for sinuses, so I learned something from you today, like
Yeah.
always.
It's good.
You always
stuff.
teach me something.
Yeah, it's good. When we had our shop, we carried the Palo Santo oil, and I kind of researched about it and knew that about it, but yeah, it's really good.
I bought many Palo Santo stick from you.
Yeah.
You had your shop.
Yeah. We were the Palo Santo dealers of the
Well, yeah, because as soon as you walked in, the
You
whole
could
place
smell it.
smelled like it. It was
Yeah.
just wonderful.
So good. Yeah.
Mhm.
And my husband is addicted
He
to
always
Palo
smells like
Santo.
Palo Santo.
Yeah, he loves
Yeah.
it. He uses it all the time. So, yeah, that's a good way to get rid of the stagnant energy, just to freshen it up. And if, like in spring, if you open your windows, open the cupboard doors, open your closets, and just go through everything and get that smoke in there, or the spray. If you use essential oil spray, you can do that too. And it really does help. You'll feel the energy lift in
Yeah.
your space when you do that. So it's really good to do. It just, and especially spring, because winter is so long here anyway. Some places aren't, but it, we have that stagnant energy all winter. You can't open your windows and you can't open the doors, and it's so cold outside that it just keeps everything stagnant in your house. So really, really a good idea to do some kind of energy clearing in the spring to get that new energy coming in.
Yeah. Well, and spring really is about renewal and rebirth.
Right.
Rebirth of like the earth and things beginning to grow again. And
Yeah.
so it's just, it goes really well with the energy of the time as well. And when you were talking about traditional clearing methods, I thought of another one that's super traditional. People would take brooms and they would go through the whole house with the broom. It doesn't matter if it's carpet or whatever. You go
Yeah.
through the whole house with the broom and clear the energy that way, and brush it out your front door. So then
Yeah.
all the energy is moved out the
Yeah.
front door. And that was a really traditional thing as well. You open all the windows and all the doors and you brush it all
Sweep
out.
it out. Yeah, that's really good.
Mhm.
And drumming to our rattle or maraca, anything that
Mhm.
makes noise like that, or like tincture bells,
Singing
anything.
bowls.
Yeah,
I love
singing
singing
bowls.
bowls.
You
Mhm.
can do your singing bowl and just move around the house and go out the door, and it will move that energy out. So try it and see how it feels in your space.
Yes.
Offices, apartments, even just your bedroom, whatever it is, your home, the garage, uh, any space that you're in a lot, or there's people in a lot, it's a good idea to do that. Your store, whatever you have. Um, Always good to clear that energy once in a while, just to get the new things coming in.
Right. I was just thinking about also, another good thing you could do is play the Ho'oponopono track as well.
Yes.
That's really wonderful for clearing, and I know we've done that in our office many times, just left
Yeah.
it running.
Just leave it go. Yeah. Leave it on 24/7. I do that at home sometimes. Just have it in the background playing, and
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's
I do
great.
that at night sometimes too, you sleep so good with it on.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure
Really
you
good.
do.
Yeah.
And if you guys are wondering what Ho'oponopono is, we
Yeah.
did do a whole podcast on that as well, so check that out if you're wondering what that's about.
Yeah, it's an amazing Hawaiian healing method. So
Yeah.
really good to use. We have so many things that you can use that don't cost a thing, and
Yeah,
um
absolutely. I mean, it doesn't
really,
cost you anything to
say it. I love
sweep
you. Yeah, or to sweep.
or to do Ho'oponopono.
Yep, Ho'oponopono is so good. Um, you can place rocks around your house to clear energy too. Selenite, quartz, black obsidian, black tourmaline. A lot of those are good to clear
Yeah.
energy. So do all the things, do what feels good to you, but do something, because you'll notice a difference in the energy for sure.
And a lot of people are wanting to shift the energy at this time of the year because
Yeah.
of the things that we've talked about. And some people have seasonal affect
Yeah.
issues as well. And
Yeah.
so being able to move from that into that renewal, kind
Yeah.
of shift the energy from the dead of winter to the
And
renewal life of
darkness.
spring.
Yeah.
It's such a good thing to do, just
Right.
in general, but also especially if you have, seasonal mental health stuff.
Yeah.
Which is super common these days. I mean, we don't get enough vitamin D, especially with how much we're inside all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So it can be
Yeah.
really important for that as well. Make you feel better.
Yeah. And now that the days are getting longer, there's a little more light at the beginning and end of each day. We're just starting to feel that lifting, and for me, I know I love the summer when it's light at 5 a.m. and it stays light till 10:30
Yeah,
at
me
night.
too.
I love that. So, we're starting to get there. It's light till almost 8 o'clock now, I think, at night. 7:30
Well, it
ish.
might have shifted. We did daylight savings time.
Yeah, we did. But also, it's even since then, you can feel it lighter
Yeah.
and feel it getting lighter in the morning again now.
Yeah, I really love in the morning when I can see that orange on the horizon.
Yeah.
This morning, one of my things for appreciation, because I do appreciation every morning, it just feels good.
Yeah.
And is just seeing that orange on pinks on the horizon and just barely starting to come up when I'm up in the morning. Because
Yeah.
I get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But it's just
Not me.
but I do love sunrises. So
Yeah.
that part makes it a little bit more worth it. I'm not much of a morning person either, but I do love sunrises.
Yeah.
If I could just stay up
They
until
are
the sunrise and
beautiful.
then go to sleep, I'd be fine.
Right. That'd be good. Yeah. So, if you're feeling that drudgery and still feeling that darkness of winter, and just try some of the things that we mentioned, and you'll shoo that energy out, shoo that darkness and stagnant energy. And it doesn't have to be real heavy or anything, but sometimes it is. Sometimes we get caught up in that seasonal disorder and have a hard time getting ourselves out of bed in the morning or getting out of the house and doing what we need to do. So
Right. Feeling tired and
yeah,
worn
tired.
out or even overwhelmed, just being stuck in the house all the time.
Right.
So it's just it just really helps with
Yeah.
feeling better, with shifting the energy, with helping you move out of that space and
Mhm.
into a new beginning. And that's
Yeah.
what it's all about with spring, new
Yeah.
beginnings.
Yeah. Another good thing is to write some things down that you want to accomplish. Kind of think of it as a new year, make some little resolutions or little things that you want to do. I don't like to call them resolutions really, but intentions. Yeah. Set some intentions that you want to bring into fruition the next 3 months or whatever, the next season of your life. And start working on those things. And this is an exciting time to start doing that because everything is fresh and new. And pretty soon we'll have flowers popping up and green grass again.
Oh, yeah.
Leaves coming out.
Butterflies.
So, yeah, butterflies and bumblebees and all that. So we'll feel the newness of spring. I know on Sunday I did a little road trip and I saw new calves in a couple pastures on my way. So it was so cool to see that new life coming.
Yeah.
And it's spring is always renewal and birth and stuff like that.
So I love baby cows. They're so cute.
They're so cute. Yeah. Baby horses are even better. I love them.
Oh,
But
they're adorable, but I don't know much about horses, but I
yeah.
used to feed the calves
Oh,
at my
yeah.
grandparents' dairy farm all the time.
Oh, cool.
And bottle
Yeah.
feeding a calf is an adventure.
Yes, it is. I've done
love
that.
it.
Yeah. And we had sheep growing up. My grandpa raised sheep. So we got to bottle feed the lambs a lot. Yeah, that's fun. They pull you off your feet.
They do pull you off your feet and like take the bottle, and then the bottle's on the ground. You're like, oh, and they're still trying to do it. I'm like, well, you can't because it's on the ground now. I got to pick it back up. You got to get out of my way. I love calves. They're so wonderful.
It's fun. Baby farm animals are a joy for sure. Yeah. My niece raises chickens and she always has baby chicks in the spring and has pictures of them and they're so cute. And now she has a little boy that's a little over a year old, so he's walking and feeding his chickens, and he sells his eggs and it's so cute. And I can't wait to see him now if they have baby chicks this summer or this spring. It'll be cool to see her little videos of him.
Oh, how fun.
Really
Spring has
cute.
so many joys.
Yeah, it really does. I love spring. It's one of my favorite seasons. And this year we don't have flooding. We don't have, it should be good.
No, it's such a wonderful year. So for us, I hope it is for you too.
Yeah, I know some people have had a lot of snow and fires and all kinds of stuff, but And we're supposed to get snow on Thursday, I heard.
Well, whatever,
Yeah, but it can't stay long.
it's not gonna
It's
stay.
already.
It's like we're in Colorado where it snows a lot and all of a sudden it's gone, it's
Yeah,
wonderful. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I
We
don't
could have
mind
more of
either.
that.
Yeah, it could do that every winter. It's been good this week,
It
this
is
winter.
really good. We've been enjoying it, but spring is gonna bring even
Spring
more
is really
joy.
fun, yeah.
Spring is springing.
It is. And it's fun to do those things and clear the energy and do spring cleaning at your home and wash the windows and stuff like that, you know. It's just, it feels good when everything's fresh and new and,
Right.
you know, cleaned up, and it's fun I like to work in the yard and do that kind of stuff in the spring and all year, really. I love doing yard work, and that's one of my happy places. So
It is a wonderful place to be. And
Yeah.
you know, I was thinking about, so when we're doing all this clearing and it's time to bring in that freshness of the new, just kind of setting that as your intention before
Mhm.
you go and do the clearing is, I'm clearing out all of the stagnant and negative energy, and I'm bringing in all the new fresh and light energy.
Right, yeah. And that's important to set that intention. And too, when you're doing it, going through the motions of smudging or doing the oils or whatever you're gonna use to clear that energy, it's a good thing to, you can keep repeating that, I'm getting rid of the old, or I'm shooing out the old and bringing in the new energy. I like to do Ho'oponopono when I'm doing that, because it's something to pray about, or you're doing a prayer. Some people like to do a prayer. Some people do the rosary as they're doing it, or say your favorite prayer, whatever that is for you that feels good. That's what it's all about, is bringing those good feelings in.
Right.
So do whatever feels good to you, but
Use your own-
remember to set that intention.
Right.
Yeah.
Use your own words.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so should we pull a few cards?
I think we should.
Yeah.
About, let's bring in some freshness. Let's bring in some guidance for this next season for
Yeah.
everybody that's watching. Cards are just a lovely way to communicate. And whenever we do cards, we always set our intention.
Yeah.
Of what we want to come through and who we want to communicate with and communicate for. And so that's one thing that's really important, is having your intention clear, and that helps you get the clearest messages for yourself, or for whoever you're doing the reading for.
Right. So if you want to set an intention for yourself right now, or think of a question that you have or something that you want to get clarity on, do that, because the cards will most likely give you your answer.
Yeah, the cards come through for whoever's watching. So that's gonna be our intention. Today is whoever watches this will get something out of it. There's always benefit for everybody.
Yeah,
If you're paying attention and open to the message. So
absolutely.
let's have some fun.
Yeah. So we just kind of picked some random decks. We're both kind of cardaholics. So
A few decks.
yeah, we have, and we have a few that we just keep at the office. These two are two of my favorites that I use most of the time when I do a reading. Nature's Whispers is one, and the other one is Sacred Rebels. And
So the one I'm using first is called Goddess Guidance Oracle. It's quite a lovely deck. The other two I have are Ascended Masters and Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn, who is a Hay House author.
yeah,
We adore.
yeah. I love the Hay House authors for sure. They're so good.
I think I'm gonna do two. This one.
Oh, excuse me. Got that cold hanging on, but
You're getting so much better.
we're getting rid of it. So, you want to go first?
Sure, I'd love to. So, the first card that I pulled is Unag, and it's called Easy Does It. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. And so this is the card, if you can see it.
Good.
So for this one, the first thing that I get is grounding, making sure that you are grounded, which means a lot of times, especially in the wintertime, we get so much in our heads and our minds are going. We have a hard time sleeping. We have difficulty releasing feelings of anxiety and depression and things like that. And our minds are constantly thinking, kind of get us overwhelmed. And so it's really important to make sure that you're grounding yourself. You're grounding yourself to the earth. We have different things that we've done on grounding in our podcast. And there's a beautiful grounding meditation if you want to take a look at that. One of our earlier podcasts, but that's one thing that's coming really important is to make sure that you're beginning to reconnect with the earth, reconnect with your soul, and reconnect with the grounded part of yourself, because a lot of us are just so in our heads right now. And so maybe use that as one of your intentions, as I want to be more grounded and feel calm and feel better within myself as I go throughout my day. So a wonderful thing that you could do is grounding in the morning. So then when you go throughout the rest of your day, you're more grounded throughout the day. You're calmer throughout the day. Your day goes more smoothly. And so that's the first couple things that I'm getting here. It's also about releasing some of the worry that you have, because worry is really kind of useless. It doesn't accomplish anything. It just makes you think and raises your anxiety levels and makes you feel less accomplished. And so it's much better to acknowledge how you feel. Yes, I feel worried about this. Is that where I want to be? No, because worry just creates more worry, which creates more worry, which creates more worry. And that's the vibration you're on. So we would suggest going up your guidance scale to feeling better and better and better, so that you can get yourself on a vibration where the solution to the problem is, because worry is just a problem repeating and repeating and repeating in your mind. And so it's better to allow yourself to feel better and better and better, raise your vibration, so that you can be in the vibration of the solution rather than the vibration of the problem. And because nobody wants to stay there and worry.
Yeah.
Worry doesn't feel good to anybody.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. My first card was illumination. And it kind of goes along with that. You can see it. It's beautiful. These cards are really beautiful.
So beautiful.
So that one to me brings out the, bringing the darkness into light. And we talked about that with, it's clearing your space, but also for grounding and, setting those intentions to what you want and acknowledging what comes up if it's negative, but then just allow it to go. We don't need to hang on to that, and we don't need to bring that with us into the new energy that we want to bring for the spring. So just allowing that, acknowledging and allowing it to go away. We don't have to carry it forward with us.
Yes.
And illumination is all about bringing in that newness, and like a butterfly, the card is kind of has butterfly theme on there, and it's like, leaving that old crusty body or crusty shell away, keeping it away from us, or letting it go to the past and staying in the past and moving that newness forward. So
allowing yourself
really
to progress.
Feeling good. Yeah, progress, that's a good word. Yeah, so just allow yourself to let go of what's not serving you anymore, the things that didn't work in the last season of your life. Leave those where they're at, and bring that new energy forward, and set those intentions and bring that with you. So keep that in the forefront of your mind, and that's what you're going to manifest. Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful. The second one I got is Ishtar, and the card is Boundaries. It says, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy.
It's a good one.
And this one is really has ancient Egyptian vibes, which I adore. Um, but this is really about giving yourself the time to do the things that are going to serve you starting in this new chapter, which is this new spring, this new season, this new time, because every day is really a fresh start. Every minute can be a fresh start. You don't have to
Mhm.
stay where you were a minute ago if that's not where you want to be.
Right.
So it's really about figuring out, okay, what do I want for myself? Like you said, like you were talking about those intentions. Okay, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know some of the things that I want. So I want to start moving towards those now.
Mhm.
Allowing yourself to move towards those and not just stay where you're at because it's comfortable or because somebody says you have to stay there or because there's expectations from others that, well, this is how it's always been. You should just keep it that way. Well, if that's not what you want, then you should know that for yourself and allow yourself to finally move forward
Right.
from where you're at. Because sometimes you'll get in that stagnant energy and you're like, oh, you know, I'm okay here, but it's not really where I want to be.
Mhm.
Well, are you moving towards it or are you not? Are you allowing yourself the space and the time and the energy towards the things that you want, or are you just keeping yourself small because you feel like you have to?
Right. Yeah. Speak out those things and speak out your truths and where you want to go. Don't, and if you start speaking out the negative or things that are holding you back, catch yourself and stop. Don't bring that into fruition.
Right.
Keep talking about what you want and the boundaries to setting, you know, maybe there are people that are draining your energy
Mhm.
or asking too much of you, and you can say no, and you can say, I'm sorry, I can't do that right now, or whatever that is. Protect your energy and keep those boundaries up when you need to.
And you can say that gently.
Yeah.
You can be gentle and still give of yourself, but once your cup is empty, you have nothing to give.
Right.
And so it's really about making sure that you're moving in the direction that you want to. So maybe assess that. And also that you're moving in that direction with at least a 3/4 full cup for yourself.
Mhm.
So that if you're wanting to give more to others, if you're wanting to volunteer, if there's so many things that you enjoy that you want to do, giving yourself the space to acknowledge that and start moving towards it, even if it's small little steps
Mhm.
of I'm taking 5 minutes for myself before I go to bed,
Yeah.
away from everybody else, and just giving myself that time to focus on my intentions and what I want for my life. So it could be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be big, but it could be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is just kind of about, okay, it's time for you to say, what do I want?
Yeah.
Because when you are a happier person, that uplifts everyone around you.
Sure does. Yeah. It's very, very apparent when you are in a happy mood how much it helps everyone else around you.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so.
Yeah. And my second card goes right along with that too. It's catch your breath. And it's green. So that is to me the healing energy and heart space energy. So allow yourself to take that break. Take a few minutes and meditate, or just sit and listen to the birds. They're starting to chirp every
Yes.
morning now. And go outside if you can and sit for a minute in nature and just allow that renewal of energy to come through you, and it will feel so good. Just allowing yourself, give yourself the time, and it's not if you're enjoying that time, it's not a waste of time, is a good quote that I
Yes.
heard. And when you are filling yourself up, it's going to help everyone around you, like you said. So allow yourself to just catch your breath and sit and do some things that feel good to you, whatever that is, that's going to renew your soul and fill you up.
Yeah. And one thing that I've had people ask me is, well, I live in a big city or I live in a town and there isn't any nature around. Well, you have parks.
Yeah.
There are trees in most cities on the street and things like that. And trees are a good way to connect with nature. Or even if you feel like you're not close enough to a green space, or let's say for some reason you just don't have any trees around, you do have a phone. You do have a computer. You have some kind of electronic device where you can listen to the birds. You can listen to sounds of nature.
Yeah.
You can imagine yourself in that space, and that connects you to that grounded
Mhm.
nature energy as well, which can be
Right.
renewing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, you don't have to be next to a space to bring in that energy.
Mhm.
And so that's important to remember as well, is that you're like, I can't connect with the nature. Well, of course you can. Just because you're not right next to it doesn't mean you can't connect.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could talk quantum physics here, but I'll leave that for another day.
Right. Yeah. That is a good conversation that we need to have soon.
I know I have notes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and it's so true, you know, you can get that nature feeling by going on YouTube and searching, you know, I want birds singing in the ocean or something, you know,
Right?
and have some house plants, or you know, get a
Yes.
plant, dig in the dirt, make a little Zen garden in a pot or in a bowl or something.
Right, because not everybody's good
and-
with plants.
Right, yeah,
But
you
Zen
can
gardens
even
are-
have, yeah, Zen garden is good, play in the sand a little bit, or, you know,
Hold the rock.
succulents, yeah,
We have
hold
lots
the
of
rock,
rocks.
yeah, that's good too.
Those always feel good.
Yeah, so there's so many things you can do to just help you feel good and lift yourself up and fill yourself up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or you can do a podcast like we do.
Yeah.
That fills up my cup.
It
Tracy.
sure does. It's awesome. So let's do a couple more.
Yes.
I'm doing the Sacred Rebel deck this time.
I'm gonna do one of each of these ones. It feels right to me. And that's what I do with cards, is for me, I always do it intuitively. You know, because not everybody is a medium. So it can be helpful when you're doing cards and stuff. Just go with your intuition, go with your gut, go with the first thing that comes to mind,
Yeah.
or the first deck that catches your eye or that feels good to you.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, just
Right.
start with where you're at and what you feel, because the more that you pay attention to what you feel, the more you'll start to understand your messages, get messages, and
Mhm.
feel good about how you're communicating, and you'll start to learn more. You start to get more information and more messages the more you practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we do have another podcast about your intuition and how to build it, and how people receive messages differently.
Mhm.
So check that out too. We have so many podcasts, Tracy. I just love
Yeah.
it.
It's awesome. 1, 2, 3. So fun how you can pick a different deck and they're totally right on course.
It doesn't even matter at all. It'll
No.
always be the same. There was one time that I pulled from my deck, and I came back to it later that day and pulled from my deck, and I got the same 2 cards. I did.
Here's
I'm
your
not kidding.
sign.
And shuffle, you know, we shuffle. And it didn't matter. I got the same 2 cards. I was like, you guys.
Isn't that awesome?
It's amazing. Wonderful, wonderful. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I don't care. You can start. if you
Okay. I'm gonna start actually with the last card I pulled, which is weird, but it's what's happening today.
want.
So this card I pulled is Nurture Yourself, and the Ascended Master is Mother Mary, which
So good.
many of you might be familiar with. So the first thing I got when I got this card is really about taking care of you. And we talked about this already with this reading, but I think they're reiterating it because it's just so important for us to take care of ourselves. Because when
Mhm.
you take care of yourself, like we said, when you feel good, it uplifts everyone around you. And it also uplifts your energy, and it allows you to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. Because if you're overwhelmed, you're not doing the things to help yourself move forward. You're just like a duck. You're like paddling underwater, but trying to look smooth, and you're not really getting a whole lot of places. And so it's really important that you're taking care of yourself in this time. It's about taking the time out to figure out, what do I want for myself? It's really about taking the time out to allow yourself to come back to your connection. And by connection, I mean the connection with the higher power, the connection with your inner being and that soul piece of yourself that really is your guiding light. It helps you to move forward. And it's really about giving yourself that motherly love and figuring out, how can I love myself enough to give myself that time that I need to feel better, and to really figure out, what do I want?
Yeah.
It's such an important question to ask yourself that a lot of people don't really genuinely ask themselves, is what do I want? What do I want for my life? What do I want to feel like? What do I want it to be like? What do I see and envision for myself? Because once you have a vision and how you want your life to feel, that starts putting the pieces together where you can move forward towards it. And if you don't give yourself time to do that, you're going to get a lot of mixed results usually.
Yeah.
And just kind of like let life happen to you. Well,
Yeah.
you're a powerful creator. You can do better than that.
Yeah. 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 Excuse me.
I'm just being straightforward about it. I made her laugh so hard she coughed.
Oh, this dang cough. So that goes so well with this card. The first one I pulled was Dream a Beautiful Dream.
Yes.
And it's hard to get the colors to show up
gorgeous
on the screen, but it's a beautiful card. So, creating that dream in your mind and thinking about it a lot, that's what creates it in the future, in the present time. It's creating those things. If you have that beautiful dream in your mind and you know what you want and you have clarity on those things, the universe, God, whatever, is gonna start lining things up for you. And even if you say, oh, I didn't see that sign, and go this way, you're gonna come back around. And it's always being laid out in front of you to follow. So dream big and dream, think about the things that you want. And if you think of something and you think, oh, that's too big, or that's too much, I'll never be able to reach that goal. God wouldn't put that in your mind if it wasn't possible. So always know that, and don't be scared to dream. A lot of people are scared to dream. They don't think they can get out of their little box that they're in, or where they're at. So know that you can have and be and do anything that you set your mind to doing. You just have to make that step and create that dream first, so that you have something for all the powers that be to help you with. They're gonna start lining things up for you. So
right, focus is so
dream that
important.
dream. Yeah,
Focus is so important. And we did focus wheels last week, which
yeah,
can really help you if you need clarity
yeah,
on the different things that you want.
yeah.
But it's also about knowing everything is possible.
Right.
So think of your dreams as, if everything was possible, what would I want?
Yeah. If you could actually have whatever you want, money wasn't an object, time wasn't an object, you could just have it, what would that be? Start thinking about that and dreaming about that and putting yourself in that dream. Don't think of it as outside of you, because when you put yourself in that dream, you're more likely to believe it. You're more likely to create that on the outside.
Right. Allow yourself the freedom to imagine.
Yeah.
And daydream again.
Yeah.
Because everything is possible in your daydreams.
Yeah.
And it's amazing when you allow yourself to just be in that space and allow yourself to be there. Imagine when you were a kid, nobody gave you the thoughts and beliefs that, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. You had daydreams of, this is possible, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you had all of these thoughts of all of these things that you were excited about to experience and become and whatever. Get in that energy again. Be a child again. Allow yourself the freedom of being in your daydreams, because that's really how you create, is being in that daydream. And isn't it beautiful and fun to see yourself doing those things and not holding yourself back by beliefs that really weren't yours in the beginning. No, when you were a child, you didn't have those beliefs that I can't do that, I can't do this, or that's holding me
Right.
back, I don't have money for that. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
And to be in that energy of, I know that this is possible, is an amazing space to be, and just enjoy it, because the more that you enjoy it and the more allow yourself to envision and create and decide what you want, it can be just so beautiful to actually watch it unfold before you.
Yeah. So good. And watch kids because they, I'm thinking of my littlest grandson. He is very determined and he doesn't take no for an answer.
Yeah,
right. When he wants something, he'll argue his point with you on why he wants it and how he's gonna get it, and he usually does. It's really cool to watch kids before they are told too much that they can't do that, they can't do that.
Right.
And it's really cool we can learn so much from little kids. It's amazing.
Yes.
Learn something every day, every time I'm with my grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to do your next one, since you have
Sure.
more.
So the next one is from the Soul Coaching deck, and it's impeccability. I am impeccable in my thought, word, and deed. And this really goes along what we were just talking about. It's really about writing your own script for yourself and not including those things that say I can't, or those limiting beliefs. It's about allowing yourself to only use thoughts, words, deeds, and focus on the things that you do want, and allowing all of the other things to fall by the wayside, because those are kind of a waste of time to worry or to limit or to, say, well, I can't have that, because it doesn't feel good when you think that. And if it doesn't feel good when you think it, that's your guidance system telling you that thought is not your actual truth.
Right.
And so it's about, okay, does that thought feel good or does it not feel good? And allowing yourself to go, okay, that thought doesn't feel good. Well, then that's not my actual truth, and I can't have this. So I'm going to focus on those things that I want, and I'm going to enjoy those dreams and enjoy those daydreams and see myself there and start moving towards those things that I want, because that's what I want to do. That's who I want to be. That's where I want to be in my life, and I deserve to have that. And that's what this is about: keeping your words impeccable and letting go of those things that are no longer serving you, including those very limiting beliefs that a lot of us have picked up that we don't actually need to function.
Yeah, so good. My next one is visions of life beyond death. And to me, since we're talking about spring, that is talking about renewal and all the dead grass and dead flowers and stuff that we've left in the winter, and moving into spring, allowing that, nature, we can't make nature any better than it is, because nature knows exactly what to do all the time. And it is a renewal each spring, and it brings back the good and brings back the new and brings back life. So allowing that wisdom of nature to come forth and to guide us into what's coming and what's exciting and new is just so cool. I'm getting goosebumps everywhere. But it's just so neat to be able to allow that wisdom to guide us, the wisdom of nature and life in general, life itself, to just be able to follow those signs that are laid out in front of us, and notice them and pay attention to what's real and what's not, and what's laid out in front of us. So yeah, I love it.
I love that. So perfect. So perfect. So the next one I have is drink more water, and the Ascend Master is Ocean. And I love this one because there's a couple of pieces to it. The first piece is literally drink more water. A
Mhm.
lot of us are habitually dehydrated, and that does so many things to our bodies that aren't good for us. And so drinking more water can help you feel more energy, can help you feel better, can help you to eliminate more effectively, can help to clear out your organs and the stuff that's no longer serving you, flushes out your body and gives your body a renewal by drinking more water. A lot of people recommend that you drink half your weight in ounces.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's a good recommendation to shoot for.
Mhm.
That 8 glasses of water really isn't enough for most of us,
No, no,
unless you're very petite, which that's
right.
fine.
Yeah.
But drink about half your body weight in ounces is what most people say. And if you're working out and things like that, drink more.
Yeah.
It's really hard to overdrink water.
Yeah. Yeah.
But your body will thank you for it. You'll feel better. Your energy will be better. Your
Mhm.
mind works better because your brain is so much water that when you're dehydrated, it makes it harder for you to think as well
Mhm.
and harder for you to focus. And so that really fits in with all of the things that we're talking about to really assist you in a physical way of being able to do more of these things and give yourself the energy you need to move forward in the way that we've been talking about. And water is also super important because it also teaches us about going with the flow of life
Yeah.
and flowing with the positive energy and flowing with our guidance and allowing ourselves to begin to go with the flow and enjoy more and more of our lives, that relaxing flow of water, the relaxing, wonderful flow of our lives, because we're supposed to enjoy our lives and we're
Mhm.
supposed to have joy in that.
Yeah.
And when we go with the flow of our lives and we begin to see the positive effects and the things that are going on around us, it just creates this beautiful flow, this beautiful, like downhill, woo,
Yeah. Yeah.
moment. And so, just keeping that in mind is allowing yourself to flow more like water and allow yourself to allow more of your life to be enjoyable and to just go with it sometimes, because some of the
Mhm.
most beautiful experiences are when you're like, you don't really think about it that much. Yeah, I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful moments.
Yes, yes, they are. My next one goes with that.
Of course.
There's water on this and fish like a stream. So it's in the world, not of the world.
Mm.
So that it's such a cool card. That tells me to go with the flow, don't push against the river, go with that flow and follow it and set your intentions, and things are going to pop up that are going to get you towards that intention that you have for yourself. And being in the world, experiencing things, you know, experience life and be in that life rather than watching everybody else around you doing things, or living through online, watching TV or watching things happen online. Be of the world, be in that world and do the things and experience life. If we have, memories and are experiencing things, we are living that life rather than just being an observer of everything, being in that action and doing the things that we love. It helps you feel renewed. It helps you feel like you're contributing to life rather than just watching it go forward and you're sitting there, not doing anything. So yeah, just be in the world and live your life how you want to, express yourself, whether that's through music or art or volunteering or doing your job to the best of your ability, whatever that is, experience that and do that and put your best self out there.
Right.
Don't hold back.
Right. A lot of people, as they get older, they regret not doing things
Mhm.
versus doing things.
Right.
So do the things.
Yeah.
See what that experience is like. Do you
Yeah.
like that? Do you not like that? It helps you to sift and sort too of the
Yeah.
things that you like and don't like and want for your life and don't want for your life. You won't really know until you experience that thing that you've been looking forward to
Exactly.
or you've
Yeah.
been interested in. Well, go try it.
Yeah.
Go do it. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about positive life experiences here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Yeah.
Let's not go overboard here.
Yeah. But do the things. Don't be scared to get out there and to try new things. And
Mhm.
if you see something that interests you, go for it,
Yeah,
you know?
go to the places,
Try
try
it.
the pottery, paint the picture. I
Right.
mean, what could go wrong? You
Yeah.
could be terrible at it.
Yeah.
Well, did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it?
Yeah.
Were you really terrible at it? You want to get better? Were you really terrible? You want to give up? Whatever. At least you know and you tried it and you gave it a
Yeah.
shot. You're like, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Go with that. Maybe you met somebody there that's going to be a lifelong friend.
Yeah.
Maybe you made somebody's day by saying kind words about the beautiful thing that they created, and you
Right.
guys laughed together about what you created. You know, there's so many things in those experiences that you choose to have that are beautiful as well, whether they're big or small. And so
Yeah.
just keep that in mind. If you're attracted to something, you're interested in something, give it a
Mhm.
shot. You'll always have an experience, whether it's an experience that tells you that it's more of what you want or less of what you want. And that helps you to learn as well and create and become more. So it's always worth a try.
Sure is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just do it. Get
do
out
it.
there.
I have one more, and it goes along what we are saying. It's a voyage. I am safe and loved no matter where I am.
Mm,
And it really
so
just
true.
reiterates what we were talking about is allow yourself to go forward. Allow yourself to try the things. Allow yourself to see what you like and what you don't like. Allow yourself to have the experiences because this is a journey that is your life.
Yeah.
And you get to choose where it goes. And so start to make those choices more towards the things that you want. Give it a shot. Try this thing. Go here, go there. You know, if you're tired, well, maybe get up and go for a walk so you feel a little bit better. And you're like, well, now I feel like, yeah, I could go try to go to my wood shop and cut up that wood and see if I can make that box I've been thinking about for 2 years. I'm only talking about myself here. Because I love to make things with wood, but how much time do I actually make to do it?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the last couple of years, I haven't made a lot of time to do that.
Yeah. Stop thinking about it and do
And
it.
just go do
Right?
it. So
Yeah.
it's those types of things where, you know,
Yeah.
you're like, I've been thinking about this forever. We'll just go do it. And I did that a lot this weekend, actually, where I
Awesome.
was just like, you know, I want to make this project and I'm looking at it. I'm just going to go make it. So then I
Yeah.
just went and made it with my Cricut, which I love.
Yeah.
It's amazing. If you don't know what a
Awesome.
Cricut is, look it up.
Yeah.
Those things
It's
are
fun.
awesome.
It's really fun.
We both have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love to make things. We love to craft, and I love to do things with my hands, whether it's, you know, crafting or woodwork or working in the garden or,
Mhm.
you know, anything like that. I just love to do.
Yeah.
And so I allow myself space to do that. But it's like, do I do it all the time? No. Could I do it more? Yes. Would I enjoy it if I did it more? Of course I would.
Yeah.
So it's just about, you know, are you moving forward towards the things that you want, or are you holding yourself back?
Mhm.
And just allowing yourself that space to move forward on that journey of your life, because the more that you're moving forward, the more that you move forward. It's like a snowball effect. And so it's up to you what you want to do with that. It's your life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that really wraps up all the cards.
It does.
Just yeah, it's such a good movement forward for everything in our life and good thoughts for spring for sure.
Yeah. And it's fresh energy.
Yeah.
Time to start new. Every day can be a new day and a new start
Yeah.
if you allow it to be. It doesn't have to
Absolutely.
be exactly like yesterday was. It can be better. And then it can be better
Mhm.
than that. And then it can be better than that.
Better than that.
And better than that.
And then you can ask, how does it get better than this?
Yes. I love it.
Keep asking the questions. Yeah. So good. Well, any final words?
Well, I feel like, you know, we hope that you've enjoyed this reading for yourself and that you found pieces of it that really resonated with you.
Yeah.
If you want to share anything, please do so in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Or if you ever have any interest in any of this, we can always talk more about cards and intuitive readings and things like that as well.
Yeah.
We're always happy to share that information or do readings for people. That's my most common thing is readings.
Mhm.
Tracy has done so many. She actually got me into readings, and I started with cards. I don't use cards a whole lot anymore, but when we
That's
get
right,
together,
yeah.
it's such a wonderful tool and
It's
so
just
fun.
fun,
And it's a
yeah.
good way to start and connect with your intuition
Yeah.
and your guides and higher power. And so it's just a beautiful thing. So give that a try too if you're drawn to it. If you're not drawn to it, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
That's good.
to
All
whatever,
good things.
whatever feels good to you.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, Carissa, where can we find you?
Well, I am at Light of Hope Healing on Facebook. And then I also have a Square site, which is light-of-hope-healing.square.site. I have not changed it yet.
It's okay.
Tracy, where can we find you?
I'm at inspiredsignals.com. And there's links to everything else there. But I have Facebook and Instagram Inspired Signals. And if you like artsy fartsy stuff, I also have Inspired Signals Studio on both Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, Tracy makes
So-
beautiful things, so check it out.
It's fun. I'm a maker.
Yes. It's just too fun not to do it.
It is, it is. So I hope you will have a good spring day and start your spring off with good intentions. Start making those, thinking about what you want to happen this next quarter of your life.
Shift
And
that energy.
yeah,
Mhm.
have that shift. Do some spring energy clearing and have fun with it. Don't let it bog you down. Have some fun.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. And have a lovely spring week. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.